here at Sattviko Food Yoga Factory. Interestingly enough, this is not just a factory. Sattviko has started an Ayurvedic vegetable and a farm and a yoga studio. In coming months, they plan to create a beautiful yoga and meditation retreat in the serene neighborhood of Aravali Hills. This is Seema Govil from Austin, Texas in Udaipur, Rajasthan today. You have a perfect location, and I have to say this is not a factory. So Prasoon, I'm really enjoying this neighborhood, beautiful green Aravali Hills in Udaipur. Explain to us a little bit how this is not just a factory.
Thank you, Seema, for joining us here, and it's a pleasure to host you over here. Well, actually, as you rightly said, the thought in mind was never to construct a factory. But what we are trying to do as a business is we are taking the nutrition for the yoga lovers. There are a lot of people who do yoga for different specific goals. We supplement that yoga practice with the right nutrition. So when we wanted to create that, we really wanted to have a place that resembles or that reflects that entire soul of what we were really taking as a product to the people across the world. So now over here, Udaipur is one of the most yogic places on the planet, I would say. And obviously we are sitting in the country of yoga, India. So we wanted to actually give this entire place a look where you don't feel you are sitting in a factory, but you can get the vibe of how that food is manufactured along with beautiful surroundings of Aravali, with the soul of entire yoga. So because we were creating this beautiful combination of food and yoga, we wanted to give that same vibe to the place that we would call as a factory. You don't get that vibe of factory, you get that vibe of a pure yogic, authentic yoga place.
So tell me a little bit now about your journey as a yogi. As we mentioned that India is a land of yoga.
When we had started Sattviko about 7 years back, the idea was to take the concept of yogic food. If you go to the definition of Sattviko, comes from the name Sattvik. So Sattvik is the food for yogis basically. It's the purest form of food. It has the sattva guna, and the food that has the most positive vibe or the most positive prana is called as sattva food. The name Sattviko came from that positive good food which yogis should have.
And I like the fact that what I understand from your manufacturing and packaging, that it has literally very minimum, absolute minimum to the bottom processing.
That's right.
And the key is in the packaging. It remains freshness, the taste, and the nutritional value, main thing. In 12 minutes, 30 seconds, Prasoon can do 108 Surya Namaskars. Tell us about your personal yoga journey and why do you so inside your heart feel so passionate that the yoga is the way of life and right meal supplemented with that yoga is a way to good, healthy, peaceful lifestyle.
My own connect with the yoga happened about 5 years back. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 14 years now. This is my second company. I started my first company right after my engineering from IIT, and that company we sold in about 2013. So when I started Sattviko in the beginning, the idea was to create a company with the ethos of yoga in the food. We were creating yoga food on one side, and on the other side I was actually extremely stressful. And one fine day this doctor gave me a pill. Which he told me that apparently about 60-70% of the world takes that pill, and it's an antidepressant pill. So I came back home and I talked to my wife and I said, this is the pill that doctor has given. So she told me something which actually changed my life, I would say. She said, Prasoon, have you tried something else? This could be the last resort, but did you try yoga? Because you have always believed so much in yoga. And I think that's what happened. And fortunately, as I said, because this is a journey to connect with the Supreme Lord, He would help you out. So I got help in terms of having some great teachers, in my journey.
So how did you change your food habits too?
So as you rightly said, one of the very important things I realized that people globally, for them yoga is about some exciting poses, which you would put on Instagram and people would come and actually appreciate you for that. But I think for me, yoga is very different. Yoga has a very important part of the asana itself, but a much more important part to that is the nutrition, because you can do anything in the world, but the prana inside your body, which we really talk about in the yoga practice, which goes inside in a very pure form in that yoga practice, food has a very crucial role to play. So imagine that we talk about prana in the entire yoga practice and we really don't talk about food, which contributes to about 40-50% of our prana. If you go in the most ancient text of yoga like Hatha Yoga Pradipika and many other Shiv Samhita, Grihan Samhita, they have really mentioned about something called mitahar. And mitahar means, the kind of food that a yogi should eat, the way it should be eaten. And the entire science of Ayurveda in the ancient past was based on the concept that food is the only medicine in the world. So I think that's where my connection with the food and yoga started happening. We are from the land of yoga, and proudly I can say that in the Indian households, the mothers, they were actually the people who were the carriers of the knowledge of the food yoga from the past to present. The food that was traditionally cooked in our houses was the kind of food that was actually food yoga. My idea was, how do you transfer that knowledge in the most authentic way? Through the products, through the programs that we do. And then, people have specific goals when they do yoga. So if you're looking for strength, why do you really want to add supplements to that? I talk to people and they say, I take protein powder. You really don't need that. Our products, they have 20% DV value of protein by just the raw ingredients that we mix in them. We have defined 6 elements which a yogic food should have, and we really create the food on that. And then nutritionally, all our products are very dense in nutrients. You don't lose the basic texture, the nutritional value of the products in that process. And then we package them with the modern technologies.
So then your primary ingredients are millet product, makhana product. There are complete meals by itself. These products, you just put hot water in it, leave it for 5 minutes, and they're ready to be eaten. Well, I'm really enjoying being in this space, this green, lush space with so much prana and energy, and with so much love and passion this food is created. You have dreams and aspirations as a company to take it global.
Thank you so much, Seema, for this. And the food yoga concept that we are building is getting amazing response at various yoga studios, natural independent retailers, and various hotels and resorts. Now, in the future, we are looking forward to work with these large format retailers, including Walmart, Costco, Whole Foods, Target, HEB, and many more. So, this is how we are building our brand there.
Any closing thoughts for our viewers, listeners all around the world?
I have just one closing thought that we share with everyone as a vision, and we also write it on the t-shirts and everywhere. We believe in a shlok, I would say, Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya. So these 2 lines are beautiful lines, and it means let the world be healthy and happy. So I think if we don't focus on these 2 lines as the basic foundation of every human being, then we are losing on to the opportunity of creating a very brighter future for our kids and for the rest of the world. So I think this is what we believe in, and this is what we share with everyone.
So you are living your life, you're living it up, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.